Hi folks, it's Glendora. Have you heard that we may lose each other? You and I may be separated from now on. Why? The cable TV companies want to get rid of the 5% franchise fee that they pay municipalities, some of which is used for public access TV. Too much for you to swallow all at once, isn't it? Well, you see, back in the 1970s, cable television started around 1971. I started around 1972. As always, I was a year late. But I'm one of the very few who exists today who did start in 1972. A cable company had to have the permission of the municipality to string its cables along the public way, right? Let's give an example. In Pittsfield, Massachusetts, the cable operator had to go before the city council and the mayor and get their permission to string their cables along the streets. And so the municipalities got smart and they said, are you really interested in paying for this? 3% it was in those days. And the cable operator would say, yes. You want to know why? Because behind them were 7 other cable operators applying for the same franchise. And the cable operators saw the money that was in cable TV. I kid you not. Under penalty of perjury, I asseverate that I was told that Altice France paid Cablevision $17.7 billion to buy Cablevision. So you can see why a cable operator was full of alacrity to pay that 3% of his annual revenue. He wanted that franchise, and you can see why, what it amounted to. Well, the cable operator would take this 3%, and he could use it for, the municipality would take this 3%, and the municipality could use it for anything it wanted, even for paving. It didn't have to give it all to public access TV. In the situation in Pittsfield at the moment, the city of Pittsfield gives the public access TV station there $700,000 a year to run public access. And they have 7 people. Are you here, Gregory?
Yes, yep.
Where are you, dear?
In the kitchen.
That's not getting the work done, dear.
Yeah, I'll be, right here, so.
Now, it is now 5% of the annual revenue, gross revenue. So these cable companies have gone before the FCC folks, and they have asked the FCC to let them determine where the money's going to go. And the Pittsfield people are saying that this could take away public access entirely, all over the country. So we are threatened with the loss of public access TV, which is the only non-editorial controlled forum left in America. There is no editorial control allowed on public access TV. We are a traditional public forum, just the way the sidewalks of the street. And we are also a legal public forum. The law says that the public must have access to TV. Heaven knows our public access have been stolen from us long enough. Public access began, as I say, in 1971 or 2, and these smart people around Manhattan started laying down protections of public access, for instance, no editorial control. A cable operator cannot exercise editorial control over public access. Nobody can tell a public access producer what to say or what not to say. There are 3 minor exceptions. I don't want to get into them. One is obscenity, one is indecency, and one is another one like that. But those are wild exceptions. They don't even count. Nobody can tell a public access producer what to say or what not to say. It's freedom of speech, and it gets and deserves the utmost protection. A chat with Glendora brought a lawsuit against Cablevision because Cablevision said she couldn't talk about a lawsuit against a lawn sprinkling company in Long Island, and Glendora was telling that the commissioner of Consumer Affairs in Long Island was allowing this lawn sprinkling company to operate without a Consumer Affairs license. And so, on information and belief, the supervisor of the county of Nassau, Long Island, told Cablevision, or asked Cablevision to take the program off the TV. And Cablevision was dumb enough to say, we don't think that public access is a forum for a private lawsuit, which was silly, because it was at the time of the O.J. Simpson case, and that was certainly a private lawsuit, and it was all over public access, and all kinds of TV all over the country. So they were told to put the program back on TV, and they left it alone thereafter. We are in danger of losing each other. What are we going to do? We have to tell the FCC that we want no such thing from the cable operators. We want it left just the way it is. How long do we have to tell the FCC? Until December 14th, Friday, this very week, and today is December 11th, Tuesday. Why didn't we know about it sooner? Why did we let the public comment period pass by and not get in our public comment? I don't care, it doesn't matter. I'm giving you an HTTP address, and you, whether the day has passed or not for public comment, you just make your protest, and you make it as loudly as you can, and as noticeably as you can. And you go to this HTTP, and if you don't want to go to this long HTTP address that we're going to give to you and put on the screen, then you go send emails and anything you can to just the chairman. of the public, of the FCC. And you tell them you don't want this, that this is a forum, a public forum, it's the only forum that we have, public like that, that's uncensored. And you don't want the cable companies to take it away from us. So please holler as loud as you can, as loudly as you can. What else can I tell you? Why, it'd be terrible if we were separated. This is our little conversation time, where I ask you to call me up and tell me what's going on in your life, your care and share, and what you've done to help the world, to help the universe, to help God. What you've done, how we enjoy helping others, and how we enjoy doing it together, and what a good time we have doing it. And after all, our public access TV show has the most important message of all public access TV, which is, after all is said and done, the only thing that really mattered is, how did you treat others? And we will put a tag on that. Others includes animals. How did you treat animals? Did you eat them? And we will go so far as to say, you really will never have that peace of God which passes all understanding until you are vegan. No animal products. Live harmlessly. So, let's go, folks. Let us put up to the HTTP. I'm so glad Gregory's here to do it for us. I'm unable to do it because of vision loss. But Gregory is our hero, and he will make this video. And then Gregory, will you send it to FileZilla?
Yes, if you want me to, sure, yeah.
And then will you sell it to Connect? Is it TelView Connect?
TelView Connect, yeah.
And then will you send it out to all of the people on our email list, honey?
Yes, sure, yeah.
We've got to stop this deletion, possible deletion, of public access television. NBC, ABC, CBS, the TV stations, the radio stations since 1930 have stolen our public airwaves. And they have made billions. And we couldn't get on the public TV. We couldn't get on the TV until cable TV came along with this multi-channel capacity. And now the public has access to TV, and that is public access TV. You want to hear some jokes before we close this out? The devil challenged St. Peter to a baseball game. And St. Peter says, I don't see how you're going to win. All the good players are up here. The devil said, all of the umpires are down here. I started out my television career 64 years ago with a children's show. Do you want to know why? I wanted to start out small. A man was asked, can't you get along without those crutches? The man says, well, my doctor says I can, but my lawyer says I can't. An old maid put an ad into the newspaper for her husband. She received 100 replies. They all said the same thing. You can have mine. Hold still. Couple others for you. Gotta keep you happy even in this dire situation. The football coach said to his star player, "You're out of condition. What's the matter? You been studying or something?" And the man and the wife were having coffee together. And the man says, "This donut is so strong, you could walk over and say hello to the coffee." And the wife says, "But the coffee is too weak to answer." Okay, folks, let's go to work. Just changed my life all over. We have exactly 54 things on the to-do sheet to do to keep a chat with Glendora and the whole Glendora TV enterprise afloat. We have 54 things to do today. They've all got to be put aside while we take care of this. Erstwhile, we can do all things through Christ, through God, through helping others, which strengthens us. Amen. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Call Jackson.
Calling Jackson. Mobile.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, hi, Robert Jackson.
Hi, Glendora. How are you?
Well, I'm very good, thank you, Mr. Jackson. And how are you?
Oh, pretty well, thanks.
And work is going very well. Sending programs out over the whole United States.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah.
Everything's good there.
Everything's good there. Now, I was wondering, how was church yesterday?
Oh, very good, very good.
Very good.
First Sunday of Advent.
Yes, that's right. And the last,
Decent now.
the beginning of the new church year, right?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, that's correct. I wonder if you would tell the folks your church again and read the bulletin, that meditation that appears in the bulletin each Sunday.
Right, this is actually a synopsis
Oh, it's a synopsis.
of the Sunday Mass.
Okay.
And this is, and the church is St. John the Baptist, Roman Catholic Church in Yonkers, New York. And yesterday was the first Sunday of Advent, December 2nd, 2018. And this is a synopsis written in the bulletin for yesterday's Mass.
Well, that's good. Robert, can you get a little closer to the phone?
Oh, sure, yes. That better?
Yeah, that's much better. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. With the first Sunday of Advent, we begin our new liturgical year. While the continuous readings of the Gospel of Luke commences with the Sundays of Ordinary Time, passages pertinent to these seasons of anticipation, preparation, and celebration give us a spiritual direction and perspective in this all too commercial time of year. Today's readings are filled with hope and promise, the twofold message of the Advent season. We hope once again for the coming of Christ in our daily lives and in our present world, and we remember the distant, ever-existing anticipation of the second coming of Christ. The Gospel reading today, Luke 21:25-36, calls us to that second theme, when Christ will come again. The words of our Lord sound something like that could be read in today's headlines. These warning words keep us on alert. All three readings today bring us to an attentive stance, telling us to pray constantly, continue to improve, give and receive healing and compassion. We long to stand firm in the Lord, that we may enjoy the security to come.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh,
once again, that was an outline of yesterday's Roman Catholic Mass,
yes.
the first Sunday of Advent. And again, that's from the bulletin of the Church of St. John the Baptist in Yonkers, New York.
Whereabouts in Yonkers, honey?
Pardon me?
Whereabouts in Yonkers? What street?
It's on Yonkers Avenue, the corner of Yonkers Avenue and Seminary Avenue.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Basically, nearly in the center of the city, if you look at a map. So it's right in the middle of Yonkers.
oh, really? Would you read the last two sentences again, please?
Oh, certainly, sure. Okay. Let's see. All three readings today bring us to an attentive stance, telling us to pray constantly, continue to improve, give and receive healing and compassion. We long to stand firm in the Lord, that we may enjoy the security to come.
Thank you, Monsignor. And thank you, Robert Jackson. Is there anything you wanted to add before we say goodbye?
Nothing I can think of. Just wish everybody has a very happy holiday season.
Yes. Well,
Those of the Christian faith, a very Merry Christmas.
yes, yes. And I think you do a lot to make us have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Robert. I think you're that kind of person.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not sure, I'm not sure about that myself. I do appreciate your kind thoughts.
So, let's see. May the God of peace himself sanctify all of us completely through and through. Amen.
Amen. Yes.
All the best, Robert. Bye-bye.
Same here, Glendora. Absolutely. Take care, and we'll be in touch.
Oh, I hope so. Bye-bye.
And thank you for the opportunity to read that passage from the bulletin.
It's
Thank
ditto
you
back,
also.
ditto back to you, dear. Bye-bye.
Okay, Glendora. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye. He is that kind of a person. We need a whole world full of Robert Jacksons. The Christmas tree.
I believe
Maybe.
so.
Not this one.
Maybe
believe
there's one in the
Oh,
gazebo.
oh, my little Christmas tree. At least you're still there, honey, after
Your
a
little-
hard fight.
Your little Christmas tree is enormous.
Yeah, this is our
Maybe.
Christmas tree.
It's huge. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. And they kept passing on the rumor that Niagara, or what's the name of the company?
Well, it used to
National
be
Grid was
Niagara
going to cut it down.
Mohawk. Yeah.
We're off to see the Christmas tree lighting, but this is not our big Christmas tree. It's a little Christmas tree over in the Commons.
Okay, Glendora, here's one of your gloves.
Oh,
Here you
okay.
go.
Alrighty.
And the pin is sort of stuck in the other glove, but I guess that's okay. Right.
Should I go to the far side, do you think?
Well, yeah.
Where all the fire engines are, or this side right here?
Where's the parking lot?
How about the
Where's
post
the
office side where you'll be closer?
Yeah,
Well,
go to the post office.
Here, I'll
and
drop. Here's what we'll do.
Park in the post office.
Well, this is full though. But here's what I'll do. I'll drop. I'll just do a weird thing. I'm just gonna pull right up to the
Here's your
front door of the post office.
Here's your other. I don't think the post office opens.
I don't have that. I don't have the
glove.
I can
glove.
park anywhere I want.
That's what I said.
That's what I just said.
Well, doesn't the pavilion look pretty?
Here you are, Andrew. It's going. Press the red button. Does it light up and say record?
The red button's up. The red button is.
And Carl. So please join me in welcoming the Clay family. So who will do the honors to light our tree? Let there be light. Tonight's festivities, we will also be having a drawing for the holiday basket donated by community residents, businesses, and organizations. So I'd like to thank the Bicentennial Committee for their organizing, Emily Hart, Joanne Hart, and Marsha Valenti. And there's still time to get tickets if anybody didn't get them. Now I'd like to also like to thank tonight for cookies that are being served for Jennifer, Zachary's, Market 32, all the bakers who brought in homemade baked goods, baked cookies, the Nassau Fire Department, and to our Public Works Department for helping set up tonight. And now
A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright.